Hey YouTube, part 9. We are now 2 weeks post-op. Literally, I was in recovery 2 weeks ago. Um, and like I said, it's going to be sort of like a video a week, just sort of tracking the recovery, what to expect, and stuff like that. So, how are we after 2 weeks? Well, finally came home on Saturday, which was fantastic because we've been staying down at my folks because it was much closer to the hospital. And being able to finally come home, yeah, it was like they always say, there's no place like home. Just being able to get back here, around all your own things. You know, the kids love being back. As much as they had a great time with all the family and stuff like that, they just like disappeared into their bedrooms. And it's just been a case of, like everybody says, just trying to take it easy. Uh, I didn't really I don't really tend to listen to that sort of stuff too well. I tend to just crack on, um, and just do my own thing really, and kind of I won't say pay the price a bit, but every day I'm making sure I'm going out for a walk and just cracking on with everything else. And I get my family telling me to slow down, don't overdo it, and things like that. But my sort of way of thinking is um, you've got to push yourself a little bit, because if you don't, how are you ever going to know what you're capable of doing? And you need to, for me anyway, I needed to find out where sort of like my limits are, so then I know what I can and can't do, and progressively try and build that up. Hence why I go out walking, have a walk every day and things like that. Yesterday, kids went back to school, so my challenge to myself was to be able to walk from to each of their schools and help pick them up, which was really nice to be able to do that. But after 6 7 minutes of walking, I was really feeling it already. And we'd only just got to my son's school, and then we started to walk from my son's school to my daughter's and then back home. It's not a mammoth distance or anything like that. I mean, it's probably, I don't know, half a mile round trip. It's not a massive distance or anything like that, but I got back and I was feeling it. Um, Today, been out just doing things. Today was lovely. I managed to get down to the fire station, see the lads on the watch, and sit down, have a cup of tea, see how everybody was doing, and things like that. So it was nice just being that sort of bit of normality, and just seeing my mates. So 2 weeks down, the wound itself, as you can see there, remarkably tidy. The line is just so great. It's like two pieces of paper being butted up to each other. It's a bit slower to heal down in my ear, a bit more swollen and tender for the first sort of like from the bottom up to maybe 3 inches. But you can see most of the scabs that are on top, and my thinning hairline as well. A lot of them are from the staples and things like that. So once they progressively drop off, um, it's going to look a lot better, a lot less visual as well. Um, we popped up to the docs yesterday. Got them to have a look at the wound. I didn't want to put any product onto my head, start washing around the wound without the a doc having a quick look over it. Doc gave it the okay, so we used Johnson's Baby shampoo, because obviously it's better on sensitive skin and things like that and around the wound. So it was absolute bliss yesterday, getting that. Yes, you can go and sort of wash your hair. Oh no, sorry, it was Monday. Monday I went to see the doctors. Across from losing track of days. Monday, so as soon as we came back from the quacks, it was nice being able to just get in the shower and just wash my hair, because my head was just so dirty and horrible. Although I've been showering and everything like that, you need some sort of product to obviously just make it feel much cleaner and things like that. You can see here still quite swollen. It's quite squidgy around this sort of side. Strange enough, that side is fine, but obviously this is the flap that they create and then pull down, so the trauma happens here. So that sort of swelling sort of peters out and around like that, and it comes down and in here. So there's still no hope in hell of sort of sleeping on my right hand side. It's just a case of getting comfy and sleeping through. And I slept through. Well, I say slept through. Woke up about 6:30 this morning, so I completely slept through. I normally have a paracetamol when I wake up around about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and last night, I went straight through, which was absolutely fantastic. And I pushed it out until 8 this morning to have my first bit of drugs, which was paracetamol at 8 o'clock, because I'm taking 2 of them 4 times a day, so every 4 hours throughout the day, um, and then have a breakfast, let that go down. Then at 9 o'clock, I have my ibuprofen and then my stronger painkiller, and I have that 3 times a day. So 9, 3, 9. So it's all ready for when I jump back into bed again. So that was a right result, that I managed to sleep through and wasn't woken up through the discomfort that you'll experience through it all. I'm trying to think of things noticed this week, whilst I've been out and about, that definitely my left side is not as good as my right side. Right side feels perfect, feels normal. Left side does feel weaker. We were told to expect that could happen, but it's strange that it didn't sort of happen straight away. It's been after a week or so, and then I've started to notice it. So I've kind of put it down to sort of my left side's maybe like 85%. It's not bad or anything like that, but it's noticeable that there is a weakness in my leg and in my arm. Still getting up from sitting down, and stairs as well. Can really feel going up and down stairs, especially coming down. I get a bit of a jelly leg, so just being careful, using a banister and stuff like that, just to negotiate the stairs a bit better and safer. So something to bear in mind if you're in that sort of position, you're coming up to that sort of stuff. But so far so good. Been dead lucky with everything. You'll notice the beard has now gone as well. The wife was getting a bit tiresome of it, and saying that I was starting to look like one of the twits. Other people complimented the beard, saying that it suited. But you got to do what the wife wants, as most of you lads will well know. So yeah, I'll make another video in a week's time again, see how we're cracking on. In the meantime, at some point there will be a sort of like a time-lapse video hopefully coming on of all the pictures. So I had a couple of pictures taken whilst in the hospital before the op, and then a lot of pictures that we've deliberately taken since then, so you can kind of see what I was like beforehand, and then progressively getting better, so 2 seconds on each picture sort of thing. So we'll be doing that at some point soon, and also I've had the brain tumor research charities, been talking to them, looking like I'm going to be doing some sort of article about the sort of things to expect, that the sort of the little things that you don't expect, that no one tells you about. So like I've said in a previous video, things like if you've had the craniotomy, things like eating and just being able to open your mouth properly because of the muscles that they go through and mess around with, the discomfort. I still can't open my mouth fully because it's just too uncomfortable. Still, it's still pulling on those muscles. It's still very tender, as you'd expect, and things like that. So that's all to come as well. So we'll see how we all get on. So take care, guys. See you in a week or so. Bye.